choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride up on yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond,
Welcome. It's your girl Jazzy. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing this Friday evening? Boy, I'm telling you, and I don't know where you could be logging in from, but across the seas, across the world. Oh boy, I am so excited. I'm excited. This is episode 10. This is segment 4 of the Sacred Echoes. Let me just give you a little recap on the first 3 echoes. The whisper that won't let you quit. That's the whisper that speaks to you. The powerful voice that pushes and nudges you to not give in, to not throw into towel, to not give up, to keep going. It's divine nudges. It speaks to you not giving up, but to keep going. Number 2 is she carried fire in her silence. That's the power of the unspoken resilience. That's the one that has been through situations and circumstances, whether good, bad, or indifferent. She carried herself and she carried it in silence. She never gave up. She kept moving forward, and she never got an applause or a pat on her back. She just kept on moving forward. Third one was when pain becomes a prophet. Now that one was deep for me. Whether you realize it or not, we all have the prophetic ability inside of us, or if you will, the intuition. It warns us, it shows us, it may nudge us, it may show us red flags, but we too often don't believe in ourselves. So we never take heed to what is being said or what we should not and should at some times do. So this particular pain becomes a prophet, or pain is a prophet, is the suffering that reveals purpose, turning wounds into wisdom. So what is tonight's episode on? I dared to not be obedient to the 7 sacred echoes that dropped in my spirit and dropped in my mind for me to move forward with. I was meditating, and out of nowhere, the word sacred echoes dropped on me, and I was like, sacred echoes? And okay, where we going with this? And I got these 7 different echoes, and the 4th echo is the power. Is it the power? Oh, let me get it right. The echo of a praying mother. But guess what? Let's keep it real. There's power in a praying mother. Whether you realize it or not, there's power. Maybe that's what the title should have been, but guess what? Subtitle: Power of a Praying Mother. The echo of a praying mother. That echo is kind of like a real deep, positive stench, if you will. See, 7 echoes. This is the echo 4. Episode 10, the echo of a praying mother. Some echoes fade, but the echo of a praying mother, it multiplies. Yes, it does. it multiplies in a way that you could never imagine, other than if you are an adult child and you can look back at your past and you see where you are now. If you're productive, a productive citizen of society, if you are have a great career, if you know that without the ability of someone praying, most important, your mom, then you know that prayer multiplies. It moves mountains and it breaks chains. The reality of the situation and the circumstance regarding a praying mother, some of us come from adopted families, some of us are in foster care, some of us have godmothers, some of us have spiritual mothers, but whatever the case may be, you have a mother. And 9 out of 10 times, well, whoever that mother or that person playing the role of mother in your life to whatever degree or whatever the thing is, you may not have known your biological mother's name. You may not have even heard her voice, but trust me, you have heard her prayers if you are in a position in your life that you know without a shadow of a doubt someone had to be praying for you. And let me just put this out for disclaimer purposes. You may not pray. You may be a meditator. You may do some other sort of ritual. And my opinion, I just hope that it's sacred in whatever it is you choose to call yourself doing. You have a right to believe as you choose to believe. So if you don't believe in prayer, so be it. I'm still talking to you because it's whatever your tactic is in conferring with a higher source greater than yourself within yourself, whether you call it God, whether you call it Allah, whether you call it Yeshua, whether you call it energy, whether you call it Mother Nature, whatever form that you use, a tactic that you use in a sacred way to cover your loved ones, so be it. For me, it's prayer. So that's why I named it the echo of a praying mother. But like I said, whatever it is that you do, if it's working and it's still working, then so be it. Still warring, still winning battles. It's all in the spirit realm of a praying mom. Let me tell you about praying that multiplies. Do you realize, as a parent, as a mother, bringing forth child from the inception of the embryo, that you probably began praying from that point on? You probably started doing whatever it is that you do to believe in a greater source within yourself to shield and protect that which is in your womb. You were already laying the foundation of covering that embryo to bring forth the 9 months to bring forth a child. So you already have, from the inception of birth, multiplying your prayers from day one. So, welcome. Welcome to the Sacred Echoes, where legacy speaks louder than circumstances. I'm your host, Jazzy Wanda, and today we honor the sound that shaped generations. That's right, generations. Grandmother, great grandmother, great grands, great grands. This thing is generational. For the sake of it, I found myself, okay, for the spiritual side of it in a deep way. Micah 2:13 says, the one who breaks open the way will go up before them. That's you. That's mom all day long. That's the breaker's anointing. The one who breaks open the way will go up before them. That's called the breaker's anointing. And sometimes it's carried by a mother who refuses to let go. You refuse to give up on your child. Let me stop right there for a second. Because, I too often see where parents just give up on their child. The child winds up getting caught up in the things that's going on in the world that's negative, that's unsacred, that's low vibing. But that's not how you brought them up. And even if you had some things going on, then that's how you brought them up. But as a mother, right from wrong, hey, that's your seed. That's your child. You birthed that being into the world. That's genetically DNA a part of you. Part of you too, Dad. If you're tuning in. But I'm talking today about the echo of a praying mother. So you got to be one that don't refuse your child. Don't refuse to let go. See, we not just praying, or you not just meditating over them, or whatever it is that you do in such a sacred way to cover yours. We're breaking open the way for our children, for our grandchildren, for generations that we'll probably never meet. I told you this was a generational thing. Let me tell you, I had a friend that had a son that had an addiction problem. He was bound by addiction. He was running from his purpose. The streets had him on lock. The system labeled him. But guess what? His mother saw and believed something else. That's what we have to be. I know I had a situation going on in my house. I don't like to tell my children's story, but like I had to tell them, their story is my story. My kings don't realize that part of their story is my story. But I had one that you would have thought he was anointed in the incubator to be great, to be a great man of the Most High. Okay? But as life took its turn, there was some things, boy, that you could have said, what kind of prophecy was that? It could have never been real. It could have never been what? Prophecy is but for a time. It too shall come to pass if it is of the Most High. Okay? But I never gave up. I kept believing on the incubator situation. You would have never imagined in time. Keep praying. Keep believing. You're the breaker's anointing over their life by praying and not giving up. Did I allow labels? Absolutely. Did I allow things that it was no way was conducive what the greater power that's within inside of me manifested to my mind was going to happen? Sure did. But till I came to reality, and they came to reality through prayer, through the power of the echo of a praying mother. Those things had to start falling away, dropping off. Labels had to disappear. Okay, behaviors had to line up with becoming that great man of Yeshua, Elohim, Allah, whatever you choose to call him. I choose to call it him God. Showed up. Showed up and is showing out. And that's all because I never gave up. The breaker's anointing was on my life to pray. Even in the midst of my situations and circumstances. Okay? I still prayed and I still believed in greatness. It was times where I anointed pillows, I anointed doorknobs, I anointed uh, uh, bedroom shoes, whatever the case may be, because I believed in greatness for this young man. Okay. And you too got to believe in greatness for yours, no matter what it looks like. Okay. No matter what the, what do you want to call it, the diagnosis and the labels that we allow them to put on our children. Okay. Believe in the opposite, because they were purposed and born to be great. And you, as a parent, as a praying mother, as a whatever it is you choose to believe in to cover yours for greater protection, and whatever source it is that you believe, as long as it's of a positive, sacred way, keep on believing. Don't give up. I don't care what it looks like. You, me, the mother, as long as we continue to believe for a greater outcome, and we continue to pray for the greater outcome will show up. The fact of the matter is that legacy through intercession, a mother's prayers become inheritance. That's right. A mother's quiet moments in prayer and meditation, if you will, whatever it is you choose to do, with whatever you choose to believe in, I choose to believe in God, echoes across generations. Prayer is not just for comfort, but it's as a weapon of legacy building. You want your children to be great. Hey, how about greater than moi? Greater than me. And I know that the places that I've been and the what I've came through and where I sit now, there's a great legacy for them to uphold and to follow. Prayer is but for a weapon of legacy, so that they can become that which they have been destined to become, to carry the greatness of legacy that's on your family's life. I'm talking about the echo of a praying mother. See, the breaker's anointing is the spiritual authority to break open the way. Say that one more time. The breaker's anointing is the spiritual authority to break open the way for your child. Somebody got to break open the path of, if you will, you righteousness, positiveness, graciousness, gloriousness. A praying mother, a meditating mother, again, however you choose to believe, is portrayed as a spiritual trailblazer. We're portrayed as spiritual trailblazers, clearing paths for our children and their descendants. Told you this thing was generational. It's not just my children, it's my children's children, my children's children's children. This thing is generational. The echo of a praying mother. We deal in unseen warfare. No one realizes and understands and knows what a mother goes through about their child. Because you know, the kind of world we live in is upside down, sometimes one-sided, sometimes not fair. Okay? See, this episode honors the invisible battles fought in our prayer closet, fought in your meditation sessions, in the midnight hours, in them crying nights, when you know that you know that your child could do better, is destined for greatness, but something else is peeking his head up. Unseen warfare, that ability for the breaker's anointing through a mother's life. Oh my God. I can't believe I've got my phone on. I'm on live. I'm on live. I'm on live. I didn't put none of my phones on silent. Oh well. The unseen warfare emphasizes the breakthrough often begins in silence. That's right. The breakthrough often begins in silence, long before we see it in the public. So it's already in the making, it's already happening. You'll start seeing some little changes in their life around the house. Not much. You still got you like, oh, what's going on? You know, still got you like, what's going on? See, that mother in me was one of mine. So, you know, now the mind and the heart is like, okay, let me take a break and make sure they good and see what they want. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. Uh-huh. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride up on yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah, said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory.
Oh boy. Well, it was something of importance, you know, that one of my sons is one of our artists. I guess he's doing an interview and he needs his music. Okay, go to your email and get your music. A mother's job is never done. Oh my. You know, especially for the ones that you, if you have any children that's not married, they gonna always be on mama, especially your kings. They gonna always be mama, mamas, 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 mamas. Oh my God. Oh boy, y'all know that I probably couldn't have pulled through the rest of my podcast with knowing that, you know, I couldn't answer my child. That's crazy, but it is what it is. That's the power, the echo of a praying mom. You want to make sure they good, okay? So, and that's my bad. I didn't tell them that I was going live, and I probably need to make sure my phones is off because I didn't do that, and I normally do that. It's so much that comes with preparation for uh this stuff here. Unreal, unreal. But hey, they mine, so I'm gonna make sure they good, and I'm gonna see about them. I'm gonna see about them. But yeah, the you have to know that eventually the unseen warfare and that praying that you're doing that nobody knows about what you're doing, and that meditating and that warfare that you got going on because you got one that you got to do just a little bit extra praying for them, it'll start manifesting itself. It'll start, you'll start seeing things change. But in our, sometimes in our a mindset of a parent, we want it microwave. You know, why you just can't get it? Why you can't just this and why you just can't that? In timing, each child, each child, I don't know why I keep saying sibling, is individual and has their own pace and their own destiny and time. Because not for nothing, we all have to go through something to be able to tell somebody something about what you've been through, what you done came through. You know, it's all good and dandy. I'm not sure that I know anybody that ain't never been through nothing. And I may have encountered one or two that was really green, that have never been through anything. And it's just like, whoa, when it hits hard. That reality sets in that we live in a world that is crazy out there. It's definitely crazy out there. But the echo of a praying mother is the transformation through prayer. Like I said, the unseen warfare where you are, late night up praying, doing all kind of things just to make sure they shielded and protected. There's a transformation that comes along with that. The powerful truth of a lost child, whether in addiction, whether in rebellion, can be redeemed through persistent prayer. That's right. If you got anything that you're not happy about or doesn't align with where you believe or know your child is trying to get to or that your child should be, they can be redeemed through persistent prayer. You got to stay prayerful. You got to stay mindful in a positive tone about them. You can't go along with what you're seeing in the negative aspect of what they got going on and putting your mouth on it in a negative way. You got to speak life into them and life into that situation along with the breaker's anointing to break the pathway for them to be great. Prayer, meditation, y'all know I'm going to keep it real. However you choose to believe can be the catalyst for healing and deliverance. Prayer. For me, prayer. Prayer and believing in that greatness about them that you so hardly believe. Spiritual mantles and spiritual multiplication. The echo of a praying mother isn't just a memory. It's a mantle passed down. Somebody prayed for me. Grandma prayed for me. Grandpa prayed for me. You get it? It's a mantle passed down. I'm quite sure my kings that have children, my boys, y'all, if you will, I say I refer to them as my boys. They're grown men now. But my kings that have children, I'm quite sure they have some sort of dynamic, whether it's prayer, whether it's meditation, whatever it is. I know that it has to have the factor of their children being great, showing them how to be great, covering them in the way to be great, making sure they line up with the ability offering them things to be great. Now, if you aren't already praying for yours, I'm going to throw the allegedly in there because if you aren't already praying for yours, I invite you to pick up the mantle. I offer you the mantle. Through this episode, I offer you the mantle. The mantle. Let me get that pronunciation right. The mantle. Because it becomes breakers in your own lineage. The breaker's anointing that breaks the way open for your child to be great. I invite you the mantle if you aren't already praying. Let me give you even one more. If what you believing in isn't working, allegedly, I'm just saying, if you are not seeing results that you think that you should by now, to some degree, it doesn't happen when we want the microwave syndrome, but I offer you the mantle of prayer, of believing in a positive tone about your child, no matter what you are seeing. They might be disrespectful. They might talk to you in such a way. Not that it's okay. Absolutely not okay. But I guarantee you that if there's behaviors that go against your desire for the great person you know that they can be and the legacy that is going to move forth about your family, you start praying on that joker, they'll be about a change. They'll be about a transformation. Because that which I believe that I had going on with one of mine's, okay, it looked bleak. It looked real crazy at one point in time, almost making me doubt the fact of the ability of the breaker's anointing that was on my life. But you know, that's how the negative work. It'll come to try to shake up your very foundation of your belief system by what you see in front of you, despite the fact that you are praying, despite the fact that you are meditating, despite the fact that whatever it is that you believe in of a sacred source, like I said, if it ain't giving you no results and if of some unsacredness, and when I say unsacredness, I mean that it's not bringing forth um, positive results. You know, because a lot of people call stuff that say it's unsacred when it's not unsacred, is what they have brainwashed us to believe is not sacred. But guess what? It's sacred in its own self, other than the fact as long as you not dibbling and dabbling in anything that is going to bring about negative results. That's my opinion of it. You know, that's exactly my opinion of it. Boy, I tell you, yeah, I believe so heartily in prayer. I definitely believe in prayer. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the power of communicating with a source greater than myself. Check this out. That lives within me. That lives within me. And that's real. That's real talk. That's real talk. Where's my real talk button? Is that it? I'm gonna keep it real with you. That part. That part. There's somebody in the chat. I can't see the chat again. I'm gonna have to wait for my executive producer. I was trying to figure out the chat, but it's telling me somebody just said something in the chat. Oh boy, let's see what we got going on here. Mm-mm. Honor and empowerment. Honor and empowerment. We must honor the reality of the echo of a praying mom who has the breaker's anointing on her life to break open the way for her child through the power of prayer. Okay? So let me just say this. There's another one calling me. This episode closes with a message that blesses mothers, grandmothers, and spiritual guardians. Y'all know spiritual mom, the godmother, the stepmom. It affirms your role as divine agents of change. That's your role. And uplifts our unseen labor, which is that which we do unseen, behind closed doors, warfare, late nights, crying tears to believe for a better, greater child that you may not be seeing currently. And guess what? Kudos to the ones that got it together out of your flock, your stock, your children. You know, you might have two, and they two might be doing good. You might have two and one not doing so good. You still give the same effort in the echo of praying because that one that's doing so great still needs the protection, still needs the shielding, still needs the covering so that they continue to be able to pave the way so that when their children come forth, they already got the mantle on them and they know what to do. Okay? And if some crisis should invite itself upon them, they're shielded, they're protected because you continue to pray for them. We might pray a little bit harder for the one that we know is going through something. You know, you might have 5 kids and 3 of them are doing good and 2 of them is having some issues. You pray for all of them all the same, but you might just pray a little bit harder and a little bit extra for the one that got something going through something. To every mother, to every grandmother, to every godmother, to every spiritual guardian, your prayers are most certainly not in vain. Not in vain at all. Not in vain at all. When you least expect it, that prayer gets answered. That thought and meditation manifests itself. That whatever it is you choose to believe in comes forth, and you see the results in such a way, in such a positive way, that for the sake of if you believe, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's just a terminology of greatness. It's a higher place. And the other word that I'm fixing to use and say is of a lower place. Doesn't absolutely mean that, oh my, that it's real. But guess what? Heaven heard you. The greater being, source, energy heard you. In hell, low vibration is trembling. And as long as you continue to pray, or whatever it is you do to cover, shield, and protect yours, legacy is being born through your intercession. May you, as a praying mother, whatever it is you choose to believe in and whatever it is you choose to do, be strengthened. May you be honored, and may your echo never fade. Our prayer still speaks. I know mine does. If you ever been carried by someone's prayer, this is your moment to rise. You are the echo. You are the breaker. You are the answered prayer. Your mom, however, she was your mom, godmother, foster mom, stepmom, adopted mom. She's still your mom. She prayed when you couldn't speak. She warred when you couldn't walk. Her echo became your awakening. Now it's your turn to echo forward. You have been tuning into Let's Talk with Jazzy. I can't iterate it enough. The echo of a praying mother. The anointing, the breaker's anointing, the ability to break that which is on your child that is undesirable to you, which is not what you reckon for their future. You have the ability to break open the way for them. You have to believe wholeheartedly in greatness of them. No matter what the situation, no matter what the circumstances, never let any doctor, psychiatrist, whoever the case may be, give you a report that your child is not able to come out of that which you know is not destined for them. And even if it looks like, or they believe to stay stuck in something that you know that is not destined for them, don't never give up your right, your unseen warfare. Never give it up. Keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting, because you have the breaker's anointing on your life. And most important, be careful of that spirit of doubt. that likes to find its way in the midst of your mindset because of what you see is going on in your child's life. And even if your life is not 100% together, but you know without a shadow of a doubt that there's a destiny greater than what yours is for your child, then you pray. You believe for a greater and better outcome. A lot of us wasn't born with a silver spoon in our mouths. Absolutely not. A lot of us wasn't born with the finances as some. But even those with the finances have to find themselves, and they should be finding themselves as a mother. I don't care what your income financial status is. You should be the praying mother, or whatever you choose, however you operate in your belief factor. You should be doing something that covers your child for greatness, so that harm can take them out of the race of life. And if it does, it's only for a appointed time, because we all got to walk through what we got to walk through to get to where we got to get to. But in the meantime, as a parent, it's my obligation and my duty to cover that which I brought forth in the world. And so, guess what? I'm going to do just that. I'm going to do just that. You too have the ability to do that. Pass the mantle down, pass it on. This is a generational thing. Break generational curses. Intercede on behalf of that which belongs to you, and let nobody tell you what not the ability of what you believe in is not capable of doing or turning the situation around. You have been live with your girl, Jazzy. We're going to get the chat fixed, guys, so I can see what's being said. If you're saying anything, I appreciate the followers. We did get a few new followers. I appreciate them. Let me see if I was able to shout them out. Let's see. Don't look like maybe they did. I don't know. I appreciate the followers. I thank you for the followers. If you will, subscribe, share the video if you see it. If you see my clips, share them. You know, this thing is a process, and I am so desirable to continue to move forth in it. What is the next episode about? What is the fifth echo about? God was in the detour. Trusting divine direction, lessons learned in delay, loss, or unexpected turns. Releasing bitterness. Okay. No, it's not releasing bitterness. It's trusting divine redirection. So, again, whatever you choose to believe in, however you choose to call it, was in the detour. That's going to be episode 11, segment 5. But you've been tuning live with your girl Jazzy with the echo of a praying mom. If you're a mother, don't give up your right to cover that which belongs to you, so that you can see in the duration of your living life the greatness, the legacy that which shall carry on in that which you have birthed. Stay tuned till next time. Next time is, today is Friday, Sunday evening, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I'll post it, but I'm looking forward to episode 11, Sacred Echo. God was in detour, or Allah was in detour, or Yeshua was in detour. Elohim was in detour, whatever you choose to call it. Mother Nature was in detour. I believe so heartily, I can't emphasize it enough, even with my spiritual background, that a person has a right and a choice to believe how they choose to believe. I believe in a greater source that lives within inside of my ability that I am, that I am. This your girl Jazzy. Stay tuned. Be blessed. Until next time.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side. You gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold,
Thank you
so
for
I live
viewing.
way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen.
Please
my
subscribe
is positive.
and follow.
Words I spoken, I'm so
Thank you.
illuminated.
Look forward
I
to
shine
seeing
brighter
you
than
Sunday
Illuminati.
evening.
Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all hear. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.